Get out of here!
Just sneeze away! Someone help! He's been hit!
We gotta get out of here!
People come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn,
Not
and
this
we
guy.
are led.
What is this?
Those who help us most to grow, if we let them.
What's going on?
You're dancing through life.
Nothing matters here.
But knowing nothing matters, it's just life.
Am I dying?
So keep dancing through.
Dark as midnight sits back across the line. You don't look the same. Past my bedtime, blue and red lights come take you away. Hate to see you like a monster, so I run and hide. Hate to ask, but what's it like to leave me behind? I won't be, no, I won't be like you.
How's he? It's not visiting hours, ma'am. I'm sorry, but I don't think you can be in here right now.
Visiting hours? Is he in prison?
In a sense of the word. Look, unless you bring me proof of either familial blood or marriage.
His entire family is dead. We're engaged. Just please, I'm the closest thing he's got.
I'm sorry. I have to limit visitors. You can continue making decisions on his behalf. I understand your connection, but it's just our policy.
Twice a year you come in crashing. Nice to see you too. Johnny Cash and Batsy laughing, always in suits.
Arena, this is your baby brother. Can I hold him, Mommy? Of course. Now, be careful, honey. His name is David, after your father.
That's an ugly name.
I take offense to that.
I think his name should be Ezra. Captain Ezra in my comic books is a hero. My little bro is my hero.
Ezra.
David, honey, I love you, but I think Ezra is a much nicer name.
Well, we didn't tell the hospital because I figured something more exciting than my own name would come up.
Alright, give Mommy back the baby. Are you going back to that escape artist place? Well, of course, honey, now that this baby is done. Done? Honey, Ezra was living inside of me, and now he's done. He's out. I'm going back tomorrow. Carmen needs those tax reports on her desk by Sunday. Can I keep holding him? Well,
Of course, Point.
Karma can't keep covering for me, okay?
I understand, but don't you think you should get a paying position somewhere?
This is the reason why we came here. The reason why we ran for all those years.
Why? You want me to just give it up? Calm down and help me out. I have 3 jobs, Melly. I can't keep doing
We're gonna
this.
get an incredible opportunity someday, and you're gonna say no just because it's too extreme.
Have a sense of adventure, David.
Melissa,
please, I'm not the person I was at 18. We're safe. We've been safe.
Take a break.
I've had enough of a break with this pregnancy. I didn't even want him to begin with, but I ran out of those damn pills.
Little bro, I won't let anyone hurt you.
I mean, you know, we've got backup, right? It's not that big of a deal.
We don't have the money for backup.
Well, we still have donors.
We've already lost 5 donors because of the shooting. 5! And it happened less than 6 hours ago. The Canadian government is about to back out too. They're already siding with the destroyers.
We should have stopped you when we could have.
And just let them get away?
You say that like they're our enemies. They're going to help us as long as you don't keep trying to
The
kill them.
woman who shot him was not mentally sound.
Why the hell did you let her on the force?
I hired her 20 years ago. She was a much different woman 20 years ago. Besides, she wasn't in this to keep out destroyers in the US government. At least not anymore. She's being tried for treason in our courts. Canada's not too far behind from elevating it to a province-level trial. You know that. God, this is a disaster.
That's not going to get Ezra Sanders out of the hospital.
I'm sorry. I'm responsible. What else do you want me to say?
That's exactly what I wanted you to say. That's what I wanted you to say this whole time.
Ezra is in there because you wanted to do this by force. Ezra.
Melissa's kid.
Arena's brother. You remember them?
You just want to take all 4 of them out, or what?
Karma, this target was not my fault. I don't feel
I
like
remember when Melissa and David Sanders came into this building, cold and shivering with little baby Arena. It was the
Dead of winter. Arena was almost dead.
They ran all over the place. They wanted refuge, so I took them in. I gave them food, I gave them a winter coat.
I gave them the old shack behind my parents' house.
When Melissa got pregnant with Ezra, I covered her shifts. When David got cancer, I paid the chemo bills. They were dirt poor, they had nothing, and they couldn't get anything. They tried. They failed. I tried to help them. I failed. They couldn't seem to get their feet down. David failed readiness, and Melissa was homemaker. They spent nearly 20 years here. They tried desperately to get a foot in the door, and everyone kept trying to chop it off. When Melissa met those destroyers, she thought they could give her and her kids a better life. Even though her kids had a fine life sheltered from the movements. At least until Arena was 16 or 17 and she started volunteering for us.
Arena? That Arena? Oh my god.
Look,
Listen to me, Washington. Melissa believed the destroyers feel about the lap of luxury and the rags to riches. And she probably thought as she died that maybe the bomb in her backpack wasn't going to go off, but it did. Melissa D'Angelo Sanders died, and David Sanders died. 1,000 other people died in Akron that day because we failed the Sanders. Arena and Ezra ran away because they felt they couldn't come back here because we failed them. Arena died 8 years later because we failed her parents. What do we tell Melissa? What do we tell her when she inevitably asks us why this happened? We have to tell her the truth, and the truth is that we failed Ezra. You and I and all of us, we failed him. I failed him by letting him go to Akron with his parents. I failed him by not finding them in Akron and taking them home. I failed him by not helping him. All he needed was help. All Melissa needed was help. And we couldn't give that to them. How does that make you feel, Washington? I killed Melissa and David. I knew what would happen if she went to that meeting with the destroyers, and I didn't stop her. I'll live with that guilt for the rest of my life. You now have critically wounded Ezra, and soon that may have changed for the worse.
really got some karma there, Wash.
They won't let me see him unless it's visiting hours.
Oh, that's total BS. Let me go talk to them.
Ryder, it's fine. You don't have to. You don't really. We just have to be married, or I have to be like his sister or something. It's also silly, really. I know, but I don't have the emotional strength to fight it right now.
How's he doing?
The bullet entered a major artery about 4 millimeters out from puncturing his right lung. It's a miracle that he didn't die on the scene. We've managed to remove the bullet without compromising his health, but he's still in very critical condition.
Wait. Are you telling me he could die at any moment?
That's not what I'm telling you.
Please let me talk to him.
I've already had this conversation, Alyssa. I'll let you in if something drastic happens.
Alrighty then. I'll be right here, waiting for something more drastic than very critical condition post-op. I'll collect you when that happens. Well, someone can't take a hint. Lassie, do you want to come back later, or?
I can't leave in good conscience. Have you slept or drinking water or?
No.
Someone go get water. I've got some coin. I'll go too.
Hey, have you seen Mackenzie? She kind of just disappeared after it all happened.
No, Please just let me go.
You are living evidence of the magic in Sudbury, and you got away.
If you want me dead, then just kill me. I know what happens after. I'm not afraid. Not anymore.
Well, we can't kill her yet. Well, not yet.
That's what I said, Chris.
Krista, you're such an idiot. I said it first.
Wait a second. Chris and Krista, aren't you those two?
We were friends with your friends. Well, back before Alessa brought you back from the dead and all.
Honestly, I really don't think they would be calling it friends.
Nonsense. We're besties.
Fine, but why and how and...
You must know us well then.
I wasn't there, but you know, in casual conversation, they called you the Bobblehead Twins.
We're a lot smarter than most people think. Hey, Chris. Mackie's hands and everything is like tied to the chair. Why's that?
Don't you dare call me Mackie. There are only 2 people in the world who can call me that, and neither of them are you.
I thought we were friends, Mackie.
You're saying it again. Just let me go or kill me. Just make up your mind.
Who can call you that then?
Alessa and my mama. No, you're not there. You're just using your shape-shifting against me.
I can tell. I can see through this.
This is such a common trope. Oh my god. Every single sci-fi book I've ever read.
Well, there's my Mackie.
You're not there. You're Chris. Oh my god.
¿O qué piensas, chica mágica?
No, por favor, no me hagas esto, mamá. No eres mi madre. No puedes ser mi madre. No.
Mackie, por favor.
No me llames así.
You're good at Mexican. What level are you at?
Are you joking? Are you actually joking?
Chris, come back. She's being weird.
I gotta say, that is some pretty impressive bilingualism for a white girl. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother.
Not you. Your mom.
She was left on the doorstep by her white family as a baby, taken in by Hispanic parents, raised in a Hispanic household. She had to learn English. The only reason I'm so fluent is because of my parents. They ended up getting killed because they were escape artists too. I got lucky. I never really understood that. Other people haven't been as lucky. We're younger. I went through the foster system until I was like 5. My mom was my last foster mom. Adoptive mom, the only mom that mattered, that I really love. Next door was Alessa, and at the end of the street was Ryder. You think something's happened to her? No, she'll be fine. It's only been a few hours. She's probably just found a library or something. Right. I hope you all also recognize the fact that what I just said is a load of crap and she's probably in imminent danger. Right.
Ooh, someone has a crush.
On Ryder?
Duh.
Okay. If I tell you the truth, promise me you won't hurt him. He's got nothing to do with me.
Well, he and Alessa know how to do the magic and all. And Ryder's the savior to us protectors. Even though he told us to split up, most of us have stayed in Sudbury. Some of them are working on projects elsewhere to further our cause. Police stations, centers of power.
So, regardless of what I say, you're gonna hurt them.
Not hurt, but take, possibly.
Well, then this can't change anything. I thought I was in love with him. I had a crush on him as soon as I got placed with Mama. Even when I was 5 years old, He knows, I know, obviously. Alessa knows. But we've never done anything about it. Besides, he likes Alessa anyways. If anything was gonna happen between 2 of us in this friend group of ours, it would have been them 2. I'm always the third wheel.
I'd want to be the first wheel.
What?
You're trapped here, Mackenzie. You can't leave here alive. You have to tell us everything you know.
I'd rather just die if that's the case.
answers in your head